Let's understand assessment and evaluation. What is assessment? Assessment is the process of collecting information about what learners know, understand, and can do. It helps teachers identify learners' strengths, areas for improvement, and effectiveness of their teaching. Assessment should support learning rather than simply measure it. For example, after teaching colors, a teacher may ask children to point to different colored objects in the classroom. Their response shows whether they have understood the lesson. What is evaluation? Evaluation is the process of judging the overall quality or success of learning, teaching, or a program. While assessment gathers information, evaluation uses that information to make decisions about learners' progress or the effectiveness of instruction. For example, after a term ends, a teacher reviews students' work, test result, and participation to decide whether the learning objectives have been achieved. Formative assessment. Formative assessment takes place during learning. Its purpose is to monitor students' progress and provide feedback so they can continue improving. It is usually informal and happens regularly throughout lessons. For example, a teacher listens to students during a speaking activity, corrects pronunciation when necessary, and provides encouragement before moving on to the next activity. Summative assessment. Summative assessment takes place at the end of a unit, term, or course. It measures what students have learned after instructions has been completed. It is often used for grades or reports. For example, students complete an end of unit speaking task, reading test, or writing assignment to demonstrate what they have learned. Observation as assessment. Teachers can learn a great deal simply by watching learners during classroom activities. Observation helps teachers understand learners' confidence, participation, communication, and understanding. For example, while children work in groups, the teacher observes whether they can use English word correctly and interact with classmates. Questioning as assessment. Asking questions is one of the simplest and most effective ways to assess learning. Questions help teachers check understanding, encourage thinking, and identify misconceptions. For example, after reading a story, the teacher asks, "Who was the main character and why was the rabbit happy?" Students' answers show how well they understood the text. Peer assessment. Peer assessment means students give feedback on each other's work. This helps learners become more responsible, learn from one another, and develop critical thinking skills. For example, after a speaking activity, students tell their partner one thing they did well and one thing they can improve. Self-assessment. Self-assessment encourages learners to think about their own learning and identify their strengths and areas for improvement. It helps students become independent and reflective learners. For example, at the end of a lesson, students complete a simple checklist. I can introduce myself. I can simple ask questions. I need more practice with pronunciation. Pair and group assessment. Teachers can assess students while they work in pairs or groups. This allows teachers to observe communication, teamwork, problem solving, and language use in real situations. For example, while students complete a role play, the teacher notes how well they use English, cooperate with their partners, and complete the task. Portfolios. A portfolio is a collection of students' work completed over time. It shows progress, effort, and achievement rather than performance on a single test. For example, a student's portfolio may include drawings, writing tasks, reading activities, projects, reflections, and speaking recordings completed throughout the year. Learning journals. A learning journal allows students to reflect on what they have learned and how they feel about their progress. Journals help learners become more aware of their own learning process. For example, once a week, students write a few sentences about what they have learned, what they have enjoyed, and what they have found difficult. As assessment. Projects allow learners to apply their knowledge in meaningful and creative ways. They assess language skills together with research, creativity, collaboration, and presentation skills. For example, older learners can prepare a poster about animals, create a travel brochure, write a class magazine, or give a presentation about their favorite books. Rubrics. A rubric is a scoring guide that explains what successful performance looks like. It helps teachers assess work fairly and helps students understand what is expected of them. For example, a speaking rubric may assess pronunciation, fluency, vocabulary, grammar, and confidence. Students can also use the same rubric to assess themselves or other classmates. Giving effective feedback. Feedback should be clear, specific, and encouraging. Instead of only pointing out mistakes, teachers should explain what learners did well and how they can improve. For example, instead Instead of saying wrong, the teacher says good idea. Remember to say she goes to school, not she go to school. Let's try again together. Principles of good assessment. Good assessment should be fair, continuous, meaningful, and appropriate for learners' age and ability. It should help children learn with confidence rather than create fear or anxiety. Assessment is most effective when it supports learning, encourages reflection, and motivates learners to keep improving. Now I would like to share the final course assignment. The purpose of this final assignment is to help you apply the knowledge and skills you have gained through this course. Teaching is not only about understanding educational theories but also about using them effectively in the classroom. This assignment gives you the opportunity to demonstrate your ability to plan, teach, and reflect on a lesson using the principles of effective pedagogy. Choose any English language topic suitable for young learners such as vocabulary, grammar, listening, speaking, reading, writing, or pronunciation. Plan and teach a lesson for an age group of your choice, applying the teaching approaches, learning theories, classroom strategies, and assessment techniques discussed in this course. Your lesson should be learner-centered, engaging, and developmentally appropriate. Think carefully about the learner's age, language level, learning needs, and classroom context before planning your activities. Your lesson should include learning objectives, the learner's age group, the English topic you have selected, teaching strategies and learning theories you applied, classroom activities, materials or resources, if any, an assessment method, a brief reflection explaining why you choose these teaching methods and how they support young learners. There is no single correct lesson plan. The purpose of this assignment is to show that you can make informed teaching decisions based on sound pedagogical principles and adapt your teaching to meet the needs of your learners. Thank you.